that determines that.
Right.
It's absolutely going to be the market that determines that. So there's one thing that we haven't talked about yet in this whole big debate.
Uh-oh.
And I think it's kind of the elephant in the room.
Get that elephant out of here. It's too small. It's really hot in here.
I'm looking at you, Chris.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought you were just like having your eyes glaze over at me.
No.
What's up?
We haven't talked about Nintendo anywhere in this.
Well, you want to talk Nintendo?
We should talk Nintendo. Because
come into my bubble.
I think Nintendo may have played the long con in this game. That this is we had talked about this with MMOs, that you need a strong company to be able to float it in times of trouble. Nintendo, I feel like they've financially sort of floated their company along for 10 years, but that the exclusivity of their games to their hardware.
Let's be honest, Fallout 4 hardly worked on PS4. Why should I believe Bethesda that they have mods for it working?
I don't know. I mean, it
works fine on my PS4.
I don't know what you're talking about, because I mean, I didn't play it on a I actually didn't play Fallout 4 at all.
Yeah. You have it though, don't you?
Not for I mean, I have it for PC.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't have it for PS4. I don't know what it. I actually didn't hear that many people complain about it on PS4. So I don't.
It's because nobody bought it on PS4. Everyone bought it on the PC so they could mod it.
Yeah. Why would you buy it on anything but PC?
Yeah, I think I have to blame you for that one, Scape Death. Like, that's your fault. I don't blame me or Sony. You made that decision.
You stupid idiot.
No, but that totally derailed my train of thought. Where was I going?
Well, we're talking about Nintendo and how
right,
we're playing
Nintendo.
the long con because
you
we're
guys
smart.
are enjoying yourselves in the bubble. Do you want me to like leave? Give you guys some privacy?
No.
You could just come in here too.
No, I think I'm good. There's enough cum in that
down.
bubble. Thanks.
Gross. I really think that Nintendo may have made some long-term smart moves by not having their games appear on other hardware, because now, I mean, like, really, that is the reason to buy Nintendo hardware, is because
to play
you get
Mario games.
Yeah, and Zelda and Pokemon, and I mean that they have so many IPs that are iconic and generally pretty good quality.
Star Fox, Metroid,
less so. Okay, now you're falling off.
Kid Icarus.
That's a slope. Look,
look, just stop.
Have they made the long-term good decision here in terms of consoles? Because I feel like the other two, like Xbox and PlayStation, are moving slowly, or now very quickly, towards competing with the PC market, and that's all one big market. But that
Nintendo bubble,
is
baby.
over here, and
100% of people who play Nintendo games are going to buy the Nintendo console because that's the only place you can get that Mario game.
Yeah, there's no question of whether it's ever going to be on the PC, because you know that it's not.
Exactly. It's never going to be on Steam.
Right.
It's only going to be on the Nintendo console. So if you want to play the new open world Zelda game, you're going to buy an NX.
But is that the direction that gaming companies needed to go 10 years ago? Was that the console exclusivity needed to get worse instead of better? Because that does seem...
To survive?
Yeah.
Certainly.
Because
I mean, that's the only reason... Like, that's the biggest thing to make a console worth anything, is having the games be exclusive. Like Nintendo and Sega back in the day, you either had one or the other. But nowadays, like, you have an Xbox, okay. You have a Sony, sure. It doesn't really matter. Like, the biggest thing in this current generation was the fact that you couldn't play with your friends, but even they're throwing that away.
Yeah. Then they're saying that you can play.
So what's the difference
among two different pieces of hardware? Yeah. Literally, what is the difference? But yet, Nintendo has set itself apart, and it does feel like if Sony and Microsoft had made this decision back in the days of the PlayStation 3 and the Xbox 360, if they had taken and said, look, we want to make sure that your IP stays with us, and we're going to give you enough money to make sure that it stays with us, it would have been hugely, like, I think us as gamers would have seen that as hugely frustrating, but long term, That seems to be the real payoff for Nintendo.
But the question is, how much money would Sony or Microsoft have to throw at game developers to keep the
That is the question.
exclusive?
That is the question.
Because there's so much money to make things cross-platform.
To be made, yes, by doing things cross-platform. You're absolutely right. It would have been astronomical. They would have had to throw a lot of money, or Sony and Microsoft would have had to go to greater lengths to absorb more studios.
And that's what it is. Nintendo owns so many of these IPs first party.
Yeah.
That it doesn't matter. They know they're not going anywhere else. They own them.
That's right. And I think that because it's weird, because I can see a future, right, where we don't have PlayStation or Xbox consoles anymore. That's a future that I can see. But I always see Nintendo somewhere in there.
They're always going to have a box.
Yeah.
Right next to your TV.
It is bizarre how, I mean, because like for a long time I thought that was the dumbest move. And now it's sort of making me rethink that, because everything is merging. Everything is just consolidating. All our devices are consolidating. Eventually we're going to be able to run everything from our phone.
That'll be a nice day.
Final Fantasy 14 is boring. Pokemon Go is amazing. I've pre-ordered Pokemon Sun and Moon, and Nintendo was playing the long con and has it right. The Nero of 2 years ago is dead. He's dead, and he's buried, and he's gone, and I'm here with some weirdo in a red shirt.
And he's in a bubble, and there's cum all over him.
Ew.
We all have cum on us in our bubble. It's okay.
What is going on?
Just rub it in your pores.
But
It's good for the skin.
am I wrong?
No! And
Am
that
I
makes it
wrong?
more frustrating.
I mean, that's the thing, though. I mean, like,
We could go through a library of content of this gentleman here being railed on by you for his opinions on Nintendo.
true.
Or a library of content of some guy named Robbie who used to be on this show being railed on for his thoughts on Pokemon Go. And you're just kind of stuck here now like, they made some good points.
They did. Yeah.
You know, another thing that's going to
Jesus.
keep Nintendo in the console market?
What?
Their stupid party games. You can't replicate 4 assholes sitting on a couch playing Mario Party or Smash Brothers and just going at it
That is depressingly
like you can
accurate.
online.
That's so
Yeah.
depressingly
Playing
accurate.
in person, playing GoldenEye in person
Yeah.
is completely different from playing Halo online.
You're totally right.
Oh my God.
You're
I
totally
didn't even
right
think about that.
No, and well, but I think that's actually a really good point that we should hit on, is that Nintendo has always just kind of had this different idea of the way that their games should be played. And you're right, they could have very easily, made a Mario Party that's playable online, but
That's not the heart of Mario Party.
it's not. It's,
You know what
it
it
takes
is?
something essential away from that experience.
You know what it is? Yeah, drinking.